Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
As we move around, surrounded by technology and the achievements of modern engineering, we wonder, where did it all begin? Engineering. It is the discipline that has shaped the world we live in, an anchor of human progress. But, to understand where we are today, we must first explore the roots of engineering education in India. And the best way to do that is to explore the origins of 4 of the earliest engineering colleges of India. To showcase the historical perspective of India's technical education, Chairman AICTE, Professor T.G. Sitaram invited the current heads of these illustrious institutions.
So very good morning to all of you. Friends, technical education has played a pivotal role in shaping India's socio-economic and industrial development. From the establishment of early engineering colleges during the British colonial period, in the present day network of globally recognized evolution of technical education in India reflects the nation's progress and aspirations. Today, I wish to explore this journey with the pertinent who represent these legacy institutions providing technical education in the country. I have with me Dr. J. Prakash, Registrar of Anna University, formerly College of Engineering, Guindy, established in 1794. We have Professor Kamal Kishore Pant, Director, IIT Roorkee, formerly Thomson College of Engineering, established in 1847. And Professor S.G. Burid, Vice Chancellor, College of Engineering, Pune, established in 1854. And finally, Professor VMSR Murthy, Director, IIEST Shivpur, established in 1856. As one of the oldest engineering colleges in India, I will come to Anna University. Can you share the motivations behind its founding during the British colonial period?
In 1794, a survey school was established by Michael Topping, an astronomical surveyor working for the East India Company. This school was started functioning from out of a building near Fort St. George, and mainly they trained surveyors. The first batch had 8 students, and they were orphaned Anglo-Indians. In 1858, this survey school was upgraded to a civil engineering school, and in 1859 it became a civil engineering college, and this college started offering diploma in civil engineering for the upper and lower subordinate of public works department. Mainly for the public works department, the school was established. And in 1861, this civil engineering college became affiliated with University of Madras, and it started offering a 3-year bachelor of civil engineering. And the first batch of students graduated in 1864. And in 1894, the mechanical engineering program was introduced, and the degree name was changed to Bachelor of Engineering because the college was offering both civil and mechanical engineering. And the college name was also changed from Madras Engineering College to the College of Engineering. And in 1912, the duration of the engineering program was extended from 3 years to 4 years. And in 1920, the College of Engineering moved to its current location, that is the Guindy, and it officially became the College of Engineering, Guindy. And in 1930, the electrical engineering program was started, and in 1935, the college introduced research degree. And in 1940, the first women engineers graduated from our campus. They are Miss A. Lalita, graduated from electrical engineering, and Miss Leela George graduated in civil engineering. And in 1946, the first PhD in engineering through research was awarded in electrical engineering. And in 1959, the 4-year engineering program was changed to 5 years after the introduction of pre-university degree in arts colleges. And in 1971, we introduced part-time degree programs for working professionals. And in 1978, by amalgamating 4 technical institutions, College of Engineering Guindy, Madras Institute of Technology, Alagappa College of Technology, and School of Architecture and Planning, Anna University was established in 1978. And the 4 institutions, if you see Madras Institute of Technology, from where our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam passed out, is our distinguished alumnus. And this MIT campus was established in 1949 by one of the philanthropists, Sri Rajam. And this MIT campus was offering programs, unconventional engineering programs, namely aeronautical engineering, automobile engineering, and instrumentation engineering and electronics engineering. The MIT was the first to offer engineering programs in aeronautical, automobile, and electronics and instrumentation engineering. And the College of Engineering Guindy mainly focused on on conventional engineering like civil, mechanical, and electrical, whereas MIT was offering applied engineering, aeronautical, automobile, instrumentation, and electronics engineering, whereas Alagappa College of Technology was offering programs related to technology, chemical engineering, food technology, ceramic technology, and textile technology, where the courses that were offered at Alagappa College of Technology. And the SAP campus was offering programs related to BARC. So these are the programs that were offered in the 4 campuses which got amalgamated in 1978. And in 1982, we started offering computer science engineering program. And in 1978, it was a unitary university established by government of Tamil Nadu. And in 2001, the university was converted into an affiliating type university, where all the private self-financing colleges were affiliated to Anna University.
So how many colleges are affiliated with Anna University?
488 engineering colleges are affiliated with Anna University.
And 4 constituent.
And in addition to and Anna University itself has 16 constituent colleges, which were established in rural areas. To support rural areas of technical education, the government of Tamil Nadu directed Anna University to establish engineering colleges, and they are functioning in tier 2 and tier 3 cities, and they cater to rural and semi-urban areas.
So now I will go to Professor Pant, because your institute being the second oldest engineering institution in our country. So can you just tell us what was the motivation behind the founders that time for starting this Thompson College of Engineering, and today it is known as very famous Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee?
Thank you for this question. And so let me tell you the history of the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, earlier called at Thompson College of Engineering. So in 1847, right, that time governor of this area, James Thompson. So you know that let me talk about the geography of the Roorkee, which is situated in Uttarakhand, and this is called the land of God also. And the Ganges flows through the Himalaya and then comes across this all over the country. So the idea came into the mind that can we utilize these resources of river Ganges river for societal purpose or for transportation purpose. So with this idea, in 1847 this institute was established, and that time it was named as Thompson College of Engineering, basically, right? And civil engineering was the only branch, and this was only for the Britishers, for their education, and trained them for the utilization of the resources of water. And in 1849, then it was made that, because 1852 it was when this all these things established, and then governor because this Thompson Engineering College and all these things, so it was named as Thompson College of Engineering, because this aqueduct was the first aqueduct where you have a very unique design. The below is the river, then you have the canal and then road, right? And other part of this you will see river and then road and then canal. This is a very unique design which is named as aqueduct. The purpose was because Uttarakhand has lot of resources of wood materials, right? Very high quality logs, and these were cut and they transported to the river. So that time this was the history in the beginning. Then after the independence in 1952, it was named as University of Roorkee. So if you look at the overall history, this engineering college, if you look at, this is called in the British colonial right the oldest one in the Asia, right, and number 2 in the world. And in the University of Roorkee, when right it started, it had all the branches, right, which are the traditional branches, and metallurgical branch is one of the right most promising branch of this University of Roorkee, right, and you know that gradually several other branches also came into the picture. And in 2001, this is the era when IIT Roorkee, the 7th IIT right of the nation and institute of the right national importance, it was given. So 2001 onwards, this is called the IIT Roorkee. The foundation day of IIT, right, when you talk University of Roorkee, still we call it 25th November, and the IIT Roorkee became on 21st of the September. If you look at the history of this right evolution, there are several phases which came, and one of the most famous right Kulgeet, which we call right, which was written by our right from Uttarakhand only, Sri Sumitranandan Panji. In 1961 he wrote that, and we accepted this as our Kulgeet, and which includes all these kind of development. When you talk about Jayati Jayati Vidya Sansthan, it starts from there, and it has the words Sumam Vinana Kamapi Sadhyam Vratam. That also talks about that hard work, right, always pays you. Without hard work you cannot get. Antriksh mein yaan udakar navjug ko deta ahwan. So the thought process, right, which has been written in this Kulgeet, and that is now coming through science and technology, right. And the most important part of the education, which always say, right, Dhyaya Rashtra Jeevan Kalyan. So you have to give, right, whatever the knowledge that should be for the welfare of the nation or society at large, right. So I think this is where the education system, right, started. And when we talk about our old Indian knowledge system, right, ancient, so all those cultures were there. With advancement of the science and technology, IIT Roorkee also, right, had taken the lead now. And you know that when we talk about, right, how the science and technology, right, together can be joined and finally STEM, right, where all these kind of rates should be routed through economics, right, mathematics, management. So this is now we have covered. So now in the institute, that time it was traditional 5 branches, right, when you talk about University of Roorkee. Now we have in total, if you look at 24 departments in the right campus, and 14 centers, and 1 school of data science and artificial intelligence. So we believe in multidisciplinary as per the National Education Policy 2020. We have changed our curriculum and look forward the holistic development of the student. So historically, when you see, right, the IIT Roorkee, now earthquake engineering is a very unique branch. Then hydrology, right, you are aware, geological, right, science, and these are what you call, right, the backbone when you talk about the Uttarakhand geographical conditions also, because there are a lot of right issues related to floods, cloud busting, land subsidence, and several issues related to Himalaya, right, glacier melting. So we are taking care of all this through the knowledge of our right the faculty, and they are utilizing their knowledge for reducing these kind of right disasters which happen. So we have a center for disaster mitigation and management also, which is right also looking forward that how that can serve the nation, right, with their knowledge. So these are the right when you look at the overall history of the Thomson College of Engineering to IIT Roorkee. So lot of changes in between. So we have celebrated our 175 years of establishment. Now we are running at 178, and the book has been released. So I'll share that book also with all of you, and right on the website also this is available. So we will just have that data.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Pant. I think the growth is phenomenal. From the day Thompson College of Engineering started, as you so rightly said, it is the first engineering college
Yes.
as a full blown.
Yes.
So I've also seen a lot of activities on canal engineering happening in that area.
Yes.
Okay, so can you would like to talk about something on how these, why these canals were constructed, other than the aqueduct you talked about, okay, and what was the emphasis at that time, other than using the water resources for agricultural purposes, and any other agenda was there, as you rightly said, it was also used for transportation of goods and other things.
Yeah.
So can you say something about the canal engineering and how it will work, because very fundamental work on canal engineering has been done at Thompson College of Engineering.
Yeah, you have very rightly pointed out that as I said that right, Ganges River which passes through all over part of the cities, different cities or states of the country. But canal engineering, because Roorkee has its heritage in terms of civil engineering branch, right?
Yes.
And beside this civil engineering branch, we have 5 different major branches who works on the water, right? Like water resource development and management,
Yes.
right? We have hydro and renewable energy now, right? And National Institute of Hydrology is also inside our campus itself, and also the Center for Building, CBRI, we call it, Center
CBRI.
Building Research Institute. So these are within inside campus, and I appreciate that time, the mindset, right? That how these, the one river which is flowing through the can be diverted into different parts for supply of the water, because you know that Uttarakhand, again, as I'll say that the geographically there always had been the scarcity of water despite the Ganges River, right? So the climatic conditions, when you talk about the requirement of water for irrigation, as you were talking, right? So there was always need of the water, right, in rest of the part also. And Roorkee itself, right, when you say the Ganges which flows from Haridwar, right? So the canal, this Roorkee canal which you say, right, that has been designed, and beside this aqueduct, the Roorkee canal now flows right through that Roorkee. And IIT Roorkee, when you say, right, there are, besides IIT Roorkee, there is a Bengal Engineering Group also, BEG, which is just suggested. And the first railway line was laid there only, right? We just goods train which was passed, that was in Thompson, right? Again, that is named their engine, that is there, and that was also the part. So to develop this area in total, right, there was the need of the water, and that time this canal was also laid, which has served the multiple purpose, not only agriculture but also for the multiple purpose. It was a kind of, right, when you look at the transportation, supply of potable water, and then there are several religious aspects also there.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
so
that's
that
a
is-
very important
Yeah,
point.
that
You
is very
see, today
important.
ghats are, aartis will
yes.
happen in Haridwar.
Yes. Haridwar, all of you know, right? This is one of the religious point which is called, right, and Kumbh also, all of you must have heard.
Yes.
So that time this was the idea that this canal was
Thank you.
started.
Thank you, Professor Pant.
Yeah.
Now I will move to Professor Birud, the College of Engineering, Pune. Okay. So can you, again, I would like to ask you, what was the motivation that time for starting the COEP, and how this evolved over a period of time?
Yeah, it's when we say Pune is basically known for its heritage, culture, and educational reforms. And then this College of Engineering Pune now started in 1854 to cater the need of the local workers, because the bridges, canals, and then roads were being constructed, including railways, and to support the construction of all these these transportation facilities, manpower was required, and that's how this Pune Engineering Class and Mechanical School was established in 1854 at a lease place provided by Padamji family. And initially, in fact, it was started as a Sanskrit Pathshala, and then added English, and then become the school for mechanical.
That's a very interesting.
and that's,
Very good.
no, it was just 3 decades after the fall of Peshwa regime. It started, and then initially they started with free education and some scholarship to the students to encourage the students to take this. And then later on, after it became viable and then they started charging the students. And since it was just supporting the government system, it was thought that why not to build it for a public, for general public. And that's how Mr. Jahangir, he gave 50,000 rupees that time to establish a new campus, and that campus started in 1860.
That was the Mughal kingdom.
No,
Jahangir,
Jahangir is a Parsi family.
Parsi family.
Parsis.
In Pune.
In Pune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wadiyas and Parsis.
Hmm.
They supported all those these things. So this the school, mechanical school, became Pune Civil Engineering College in 1864, and then moved to the building right now where we are working
Okay.
in 1868. And before that, 2 years before, 1866, Bombay University started degree programs, and then the college was affiliated to the Bombay University, awarding degrees in licentiate, engineering. So we started with licentiate in civil engineering with an intake of 20 that time, and then in 1879, the college became a college of science to cater. So they added the science degrees. So agriculture was added and forestry courses were added. So along with these basic licentiate programs, these courses were included and they were supporting. So along with civil engineering, these programs or these courses were added together. And in the main building, they had a dome of 20 feet and 16.5-inch telescope was set up there. And they added physics and astronomy as a course in the as a voluntary course in the licentiate program. And later on, in 1886, the licentiate programs were again upgraded based on the eligibility criteria and all that. Before that, in 1884, Sir Mokshagandam Vishweshwariya, he graduated his licentiate in civil engineering with first class from College of Engineering, Pune. That's the milestone in the history of College of Engineering, Pune. During the later on, the college strength increased, and then the forestry courses, they were separated out, they were closed down. Later on, again, the agriculture college, the courses which were offered in agriculture engineering, they were shifted to newly constituted agriculture engineering college, and that's how it became a pure engineering college. And then the college was renamed as a College of Engineering. And then the science programs which were offered, they were shifted to newly established Institute of Science at Bombay. And then the college became, then the college, after 83 years of association with Bombay University, was affiliated to University of Pune, which was established that time. And then the first civil engineering graduated in 1912, and the mechanical engineering was started in 1914. During the World War II, which started in 1914, the workshop and the other laboratories, they were used to manufacture the supporting the cells for the soldiers, and the entire the facilities were being used for the helping the warriors and all that. And then again, it has gone through different the versions, like first 3 years, then 5 years, again 4 years. During World War II, the degree was again converted to 3.5 years based on the inputs worldwide. And that's how it has gone through different phases of the transitions. And at the end, in 1925, the workshop certificate programs were formally converted into diploma programs in civil, electrical and mechanical engineering, which were later on converted into a bridge course, like converted into a combined course where diploma in electrical and mechanical, they were combined, and the duration was again increased to 4 years. So it was a joint program offered that time. Then the first girl student was admitted in 1932 in the institution, and the metrology and telecommunication department, they were added in 1948, and 1952 B electrical and mechanical engineering, which were combined together, they were separated with a duration of 3 years. That's how the transition took place from multiple combinations, and then based on the requirements that time. And then later on, in 1952 itself, we started with mechanical MTech in civil engineering, MTech in structural engineering, and ME in civil engineering, ME in structural engineering, and ME in telecommunication technology. So COEP was the first institution in the country to start the telecommunication based courses in the 1950s. That's how. And later on, it continued. Right now, we are a university. We are conferred the university status in 2022. Before that, we were autonomous institution from 2003 to 2022 to facilitate the TechUp program. We were the TechUp 1, 2, 3 beneficiaries, where the institution was the best performing institutions across country.
Thank you, Professor Birud. But I would like to also see, today Pune is a very industrialized city with a lot of automobile industries and other things. How College of Engineering Pune shaped that ecosystem in your city?
Very interesting question. Because as I said, it's also industrial hub. The first generation entrepreneurs, they came from College of Engineering. Like you take Bajaj, you take Firodia. They established their, the industrial, the base in Pune, and that has created big opportunities both for job as well as the entrepreneurs. Many of the MSME entrepreneurs supporting the ancillary industries, they came up supporting these two big, the automobile industries, and hundreds and thousands of the alumni, they are the first generation entrepreneurs because of this automobile hub. And now it is also IT hub, which is again supported by our alumni.
Thank you. So now I'll go to Professor Murthy. IEST in Kolkata is also created a complete ecosystem of industrial educational institutions in that region. So can you just talk about what was the growth story of the Bengal College of Engineering?
Thank you, sir. I think just to draw an analogy, I start with probably the concept of introducing higher education, technical education in India was well thought out, and as it was started with Anna University, we discussed about more or less in the similar lines. Probably this institute also got birth actually, or the similar lines it followed. So exactly what I found is what Anna University kind of growth was there. That was basically taking care of South, while this was taking care of the east part of the India. And while North was taken care of by Thompson College, and the West was taken care of by Pune. So what I see is that geographically, the education system, higher education, technical education system was, taking roots in those times, which was basically stemmed from the needs for technical skills to be made indigenously available, while, the engineers' requirement to meet the growing societal needs. That was primary reason, particularly in construction industry also. So this was, was the beginning in Calcutta also, that this was felt, and East India Company, started all with that, and then slowly it went into formation of a college that, basically to meet the public works actually. That was the one, and again the same kind of analogy I'll draw from there. And it all started with a civil engineering college, way back in 12th February 1856. It got mooted, and then and the first batch was with 10 students and with only 2 staff actually. So it started a very humble beginning, and it was taking shape into, initially it was in Calcutta University, and subsequently it moved, for the operational convenience, it moved from Calcutta Writers Building to B College Shipur, So it went through different phases, like as Professor College of Engineering Pune was talking about. Is 1861 it started with a licentiate in civil engineering, and then Bachelor of Civil Engineering. So core it was focusing on civil engineering. So then it moved down to the needs for meeting the requirements of electricity. So they moved to introducing the electrical engineering branch. Then subsequently there was agriculture requirement also. It was also being looked at. So taking from civil engineering, from canal construction, and then leading water and leading to agriculture. So agriculture engineering was started. Then it went into this mining engineering. So because the resources were required, so that was also thought it was necessary. So mining engineering was providing the raw materials, and then to process it, the metallurgical engineering was required. So that's how metallurgical engineering also got. So these were the four major engineering branches that were started with. And subsequently, looking into the needs of the industry, if you look at it, mechanical engineering and telecommunication engineering, this is also another oldest one. And another important thing, in a PG program in naval architecture was also introduced, considering the need to look for the transportation needs of the Ganges actually. So they were bringing a lot of material through Ganges so to the port of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose port. So that is another one. And then subsequently the doctoral studies and DPhil studies also way back in 1906 it started, and even 1955 started DPhil. And even technical teachers training is also first time it was started in 1959, because the need for training the teachers was also felt, and way back in 1959-60 this was done. And then subsequently it moved to as a first engineering college offering metallurgy in 1939, and then shipbuilding and aeronautics was started in 1943, not 1945. Then came the humanities and applied mechanics in 1946, and department of training also got established, because we wanted to prepare our students to take on the industry properly. So a formal training institute for training the students also came up. And then in Department of Architecture and Town Planning also started in 1949. That's also pretty old. And the master's program formally started in 1953. This is also another, more or less it draws parallel with other institutions. Electronics started in 1968, looking into the needs of the country for developing this area. Then computer center, and then subsequently this was a journey before under the BE college. This was this college is actually popularly known as BE College Shipur. Initially it started with Civil Engineering College Calcutta, then subsequently it known as BE Engineering College. So most of the alumni are more fond of using this BE College as one of the recognizing factor for that.
That's right.
Then though it started with a Bishop College, what we call similar to Thompson College, now it moved to BE College. Then it became a deemed university in 1993-2004, where it went into initially under the state-aided category, and then subsequently under UGC, and then onwards it was converted in 2014 as a central institute taken by Ministry of Education. So this is the journey, and this journey, if you look at, it started with the requirement of meeting the societal needs post Second World War, and when we were building our own country to have our indigenous engineers to prop up our infrastructure requirements, and this was felt actually, and probably before the even the idea of mooting the IIT institutional commitment also was done in these colleges only. If you look at this, particularly BE College has contributed as one of the committee members. Professor Sen Gupta, he was one of the committee member for formalizing this IIT system also in India. So that's why BE College has certain credit of taking. So the alumni of BE College have contributed significantly in formulating the country's higher technical education in terms of IIT particular system. So that's how it went on, and today if you look at, we have about 16 departments, all faculty departments, and then 6 schools and 2 centers, and including the VLSI technology, which was established in 2004. That also is a new thing. Master's program is being offered now. Now looking into the government of India's emphasis on semiconductors now, and Calcutta also being chosen as one of the hub to develop the semiconductor. Probably we are going to sign a couple of MOUs also with Bengal Chamber of Commerce and this, and so that we have a semiconductor arena also we would like to contribute there.
Very nice to know the growth of BE College. Okay. So, but at the same time, I saw all the institutions actually started as a civil engineering schools and expanded into other technology and technical programs. And you coming from IIT, ISM Dhanbad, which is also one of the oldest mining schools in the country, and also I saw that yours is the only institute among the four offering mining engineering program that time.
Anna University is also offering.
Yeah.
Offer that time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
In fact,
So can you just tell us, something on mining engineering activity and how important is that for that area, including maybe in a brief about very few words about Dhanbad also.
So thank
Because
you.
where you come from.
Yeah, so it's my proud privilege to talk about IIT ISM also. In fact, IIT ISM, Indian School of Mines, was established in 1926. This was also incubated in BE College only. So way back in 1906, this was the first beginning of a mining college in India. So that is in BE College, and this was basically hosted Indian School of Mines. The name was given in 1901 because at that time the National Congress actually that was talking about the need for mineral industry and the formulation of this. So that is how Indian School of Mines was basically incorporated in BE College. BE College nurtured it, incubated it, and then in 1926 this college was moved to Dhanbad. So that's how there is a parallel, we can draw, or there is an incubation that has been done by BE College. So the credit goes to BE College as well as now Indian School of Mines, taking forward the requirement of country's raw material resources in mining, mineral engineering and mining machinery and applied geology and applied geophysics. These were earth sciences, parallel with Roorkee and other universities also.
Yes.
So we had actually that core competency of looking into the exploration, exploitation and environmental control and all those things. So this was started in the Indian School of Mines. So there's a kind of similarity between BE College and Indian School of Mines being hosted there. After that, Indian School of Mines actually, as you know, it has grown into now IIT system now, and it also went through several phases of transformations, and today again it's a full-fledged IIT system with all departments and centers.
Thank you so much. I would also, coming from Indian Institute of Science, that's the same time, 1909, Indian Institute of Science also started. Okay, that is actually a historic, agreement between the British government and the Tatas. Jamshedji was the creator. At the same time, if you remember, 1905, the Jamshedpur steel factory was also been built. Tatas. So, in the city of Bangalore, Indian Institute of Science is known as a Tata Institute, but it is always called as Indian Institute of Science, which is a very unique institution which created. And today, it is the number one institute in the country, offering both science and engineering programs. As you all see, even I could see from you particularly Pune College started as a science college and then converted into some engineering programs. I think everywhere, engineering and science have come together, worked together, and to solve the problems of the society. That's where I could see the linkage of all the 4-5 institutions. But we are today discussed and deliberating. So let me now come to All India Council for Technical Education. So this AICTE started as an advisory body as early as 1945, but it was somewhere, as a committee only until 1987. 87, All India Council for Technical Education became a regulator. So how did it become? In 1980s, a lot of southern Indian states started a lot of engineering colleges. When they started mushrooming large number of colleges, Government of India thought that there must be somebody regulating these institutions. So AICTE started as a regulatory body through the Act of Parliament in 1987. First 5 years actually was being headed by the chairman who is basically the cabinet minister of HRD, Human Resources and Development. MHRD's minister were the first 5 chairmen. So in a lighter vein, I wanted to just, if you see the names of the people, Narasimha Rao was the first chairman of AICTE, and then VP Singh, you could see Ivan Arjun Singh also. The two of them actually went on to become the Prime Minister of the nation. Coming to the full-time chairman, Professor Khanna, again connected to Roorkee, the Thompson College of Engineering. He was actually University of Roorkee, I think, by Chancellor, and then he became the first full-time chairman of AICTE. Then see the growth of it, today we have close to about 3,600 engineering colleges, 3,500 diploma institutions, and a lot of management schools, and also standalone PG diploma courses are also being offered today. And then very recently we took BBA, BCA institutions are also, because it talks about basically the programs in engineering and technology, including management. So that means it is AICTE is a regulatory body for all these programs. So we are a standard setting body for these technical programs and management programs in the country. So if you see the growth of this, today the large number of engineering graduates are graduating from these institutions, including the management graduates. Close to about 1.5 million engineers graduate every year, okay, from these institutions, and this is happening from last 10 to 15 years. So if you count from 1987 onwards, how many engineers have graduated, it comes to close to about 2 crore or more than that. So that's why our engineers are placed almost everywhere. So what does AICTE does is AICTE develops model curriculum, and we are all, again, all these are done by the professors from all of your institutions, including all IITs, NITs, and then all of them together develop a model curriculum, and we insist on model curriculum. But today our emphasis is more on innovation, startups through our institute innovation councils and many such activities. So I think the growth of engineering and management education in the country is phenomenal, starting with the institutions like Guindy College of Engineering, and then Thompson College of Engineering, College of Engineering Pune, and then Bishop's College of College in RBE College in Kolkata region. So now let us come to here some more developed how these institutions, notable historical milestones we heard from all of you. So what is the present status, how many numbers you are graduating, and what is your future plan? So if I can start with
So as I had mentioned, the Anna University was established in 1978 by amalgamating 4 technical institutions, namely the College of Engineering Guindy, Madras Institute of Technology, Alagappa College of Technology, and School of Architecture and Planning. And if you see, there are 36 university departments are functioning in the 4 campuses, and we have 40 research centers, and and all the faculty members, research scholars, UG and PG students, they work in all niche areas in science, technology, engineering, architecture, and management. We call it as AU STEAM. If you expand the acronym, STEAM, science, technology, engineering, architecture, and management. So we have 40 research centers. 16 new research centers were established in the last 3 years. Way back, I would say, Center for Water Resources, in sustainability areas. We have many research centers, water resources, Institute for Remote Sensing, we have environmental science. So in several areas, Institute for Energy Studies, and there are 16 constituent colleges which are established in rural areas. 488 colleges are affiliated to Anna University. 31 UG programs and 81 PG programs are offered at 4 campuses. We have around 1,000 faculty members. Our faculty student ratio is 1:15, and around 2,000 research scholars are pursuing their research in various research centers in various departments. And we have 8 technology transfer have taken place in the last 3 years. We have inked memorandum of understanding with 54 foreign universities and R&D establishments, 91 R&D establishments, and as well as premier institutes in India. We have 46 students club, and in the recent National Institutional Ranking Framework under the State Public University category, Anna University is ranked first. And in the QS World University Ranking, we have significantly improved our position from 800 to 1000 in the last 3 years, from 800 to 1000 in the last 3 years to 383rd. And
I also just wanted to add there, citation per faculty
is number 1.
Yes,
in the QS World, in the QS World University.
In the top 3, at least in India.
And in the innovation ranking, Anna University is ranked in the top 10. Above us are only IITs and IIC. And,
Very
and in the next 5 years, our focus will be on, of course, on Industry 4.0, AI and data science, and of course biomedical instrumentation. These are the areas in which we would like to focus. In drones also, technology also, we are very strong, and we, all the faculty members and our students, we work hard in such a way that we should figure in top 200 in the QS World University ranking, as well as we should figure in top 10 in all the categories in the national institutional ranking.
Thank you. Professor Pant, I think you have said how you celebrated just about 3 years back 175 years of existence of IIT Roorkee, and what is your future plan as the director of that?
Yeah, thank you for this question. Actually, when you look at now, right, the background of the institute, right, from 1847 to now onwards, I think we are significantly doing exceptionally well. Our vision, our mission is right to serve the nation, right, at large. We would like to see the holistic development of our students and their role for the society, right? And I always tell my students, you should learn from your knowledge how to make the society happy, right? If you are able to learn that, how the society can be made happy, with your science knowledge, your technology knowledge, engineering knowledge, you will be able to serve, or you are able to be a good citizen or a good right of the world in total, I say. So now you know that when you talk about all these branches, traditional branches of science and engineering, and then several centers, say like 14 centers, and need of the hour, we have just looked forward that what should we do in 2047, right? And because that time the IIT Roorkee will have 200 years of its establishment, and India will have 100 years, right, of independence. So, so we are just looking forward in terms of the vision of the nation, right, the vision 2047, and how to achieve this. We have made our short-term goals and long-term goals. So, our main area, because I have also a vision to look forward in terms of the providing the sustainability concept, right, which are 17 sustainable development goals of UNDP, food, energy and water, right, which is the major concern. So how we can provide the the nutritious food, right, clean potable water and clean energy to every citizen of the globe. So keeping these points in mind, and at the same time we do believe in vocal for local also. So the local, right, in Uttarakhand, right, area itself, there are more than 1,500 MSMEs, right. So how our student can connect with those MSMEs, because if you are able to improve the quality of our own product, right, if you are able to give the knowledge of circular economy concept to every industrialist, right, I think job is done. So giving them this kind of every students, we have a good tinkering lab right in our campus, and we ask these students to look forward the multidisciplinary approach, because that is the one of the, I think, major challenges which we are facing nowadays, right, with respect to the branch, which branch one should take, because parents and students, they have that kind of mindset. Computer and IT are the only branches which are giving the money. So I always tell them that money is not the everything, right? Look forward, right, your role as a good citizen, contribution toward the society, and of course knowledge. When you have, when you are serving the nation, money you will automatically, right, that will be a part of income. So keeping
You
this
wanted to add something on Indian knowledge system?
Yeah,
Because I did attend several
I'm
events.
coming to that point
Yes,
also.
yes.
So because that is very important, that holistic development of child, and make them a kind of approach towards a multidisciplinary approach, not just on one branch. So we have just started this concept, and depending upon that, right, and the national education policy implementation, we were the first who implemented this national education policy and made it multidisciplinary. So all these students, they work among as a team, right, and they are looking forward their own startups, own industry. So we always tell them that look forward to give the jobs to many, don't seek for the job, right? And that is where they are now going to be entrepreneurs. So how to make them a good entrepreneur, that is what we are. So we are not keeping them restricting them inside the classroom, blackboard teaching. We are asking them, go out, interact with the industry, more and more industrial contact. If you want to go 6 months there, you take that also, and that's what they are doing now. So that is what we are taking forward. Accordingly, the curriculum, several new centers we have opened, right, and so that, right, it will be at par with our vision, and also look forward in terms of the societal community connection. That is very important. So community connected. So we have introduced those courses also. Coming to this Indian knowledge system, because you know now the because of this, right, the kind of education system earlier, right, which was there, they have become a kind of bookish, right. They were just reading the thing, but they are not trying to use it practically, right. At the same, so that is practical knowledge transformation become very, very important. That has become. And second thing is that traditional knowledge, right. What was the ancient science? We had already so much cultures in the India. We were using lot of, right, the traditional knowledge of the science, right, astronomy, right, you see, and utilization of the water resources, like, right, when how to make this water, right, food, fresh food, right, how to keep it for a longer days, how this clay and these kind of devices were being made. That is a part of Indian knowledge. Lot of herbs are available which can be used for the, right, as a medicinal purpose. So the Indian knowledge system, the vernacular language, because that was also very important, because many students, they join from the rural background, they are, right, they are not able to speak good, right, English, but they have a depth of knowledge. But because of lack of understanding of the, right, communication gap, they were not able to do it. So we started Hindi also, right, and even internationalization we have started. We have more than 250 international, right, students from different, because global outreach is also very important. So we believe in diversity. We believe in, right, those kind of concept of EID, IED, right, inclusion of equity and diversity concept, and we are doing. But at the same time, our culture is very, very important. So Yuva Sangam, like, which is also,
Yes,
right, a part of this. So we invite the students from, right, other states also, and they spend the time, say 2 months during summer. Our students go to those universities, and that is also, right. They last time they visited to, right, Hyderabad, Telangana, and all this. They interacted. We have a very good Himalayan Explorer Club. So that is a kind of that how these stress buster, right, approaches can be used, which can be implemented in education system. So the students are very much interested to explore these kind of things. So Himalayan Explorer Club, they are working on rope design also, right. They are using those different kind of tools, because that is the need of our, because entrepreneurship skill, when they utilize these things, they understand also, right. So we are encouraging them to develop these kind of parts also, like precision manufacturing machines. So they are working in those areas. They are looking forward. So when they visit the community, they understand that if they go to rural area, they don't have the food to eat, right. They don't have the energy. They don't have the water to drink. And in hostels, sometimes they waste. So how to utilize the resources effectively, that is also very important. We have to tell our kids, young kids, that how much energy, how much AC you are running, wasting, many are not getting. So I think this is also part of sustainability. They should learn, right, plastic waste, electronic waste. So if you are just using this, but use it effectively, and also look forward the concept of circular economy and Indian knowledge system. I think this will, when we, that kind of culture, which is our Indian culture, right, if we just exchange it with others, I think definitely the world will become a better place to live. So this is what we tell them.
Thank you, Professor Pal. I also, you made a very important point on delivering the education in the local regional languages.
Yes.
So in that direction, AICT also started now offering programs in regional languages at many institutions.
Sir, Anna University is offering civil and mechanical engineering in Tamil
Tamil,
medium
you see,
from
like that.
2010 itself.
Yes. See, now AICT, large number of colleges now are offering in programs in 13 different languages. And we have our textbook writing also is happening in 13 different languages. Our Anuvadini, the new tool, deep learning AI tool, has been used to translate these books written by professors of IITs as per the model curriculum, and is also being done. So let me come back to Professor Virut. I think College of Engineering Pune has become a university in 2022 only. So what is your the future plan for the institute as the director of the vice chancellor of the institute?
I'll just tell you, apart from all these, the three institutions which are mostly IITs and then Chilpur and then Anna University, they were, autonomous in a sense, centrally funded, and then, ours was typically affiliated institutions to Pune University. With when you are affiliated institutions, you have all your rules, regulations defined by a third party like university. Uh, Definitely, we were good in academics, and the students what we received in the institutions till we became university, they were all based on the entrance examination conducted at the state level. After becoming university, AICT was generous to give us the all India quota, and now we are receiving as students through JE examination. That has really added very good flavor to our the intake as such. Saying that the research component in the university was restricted due to the affiliation system where the rules of the university were imposed. Now becoming a university, we have framed our own rules for the research promotion, like the provisions for the faculty to become a research guide, which was earlier restricted. So almost all of our faculty member, they are now research guides. So we are trying to become a more research oriented. So from a typical the institution offering education to a research institution, and to become an entrepreneurship university. That is what is our focus. And from that point of view, what we have done is we are establishing a separate campus. In fact, it is already to the completion state of the civil structure. By end of December, the entire civil structure will be ready, and the translational research will be carried out there. So we will be inviting industries to conduct their research activities. The industry will come and establish their research centers in the campus, which is around 20 kilometers from the present campus. The government has given us a seed money, and then our faculty member, our students, and the industry experts, they will work on productization, and that product will be made available for the, as said, the local, the productization, a replacement to the there are two aspects: replacement to the imported the products or imported equipments, plus the research to support the local community. Mostly, we are surrounded by we are in a western Maharashtra, which is known for agriculture, very well known for agriculture. And then we know that the agriculture field, though we have agriculture universities and all that, the mechanization and the the machineries which are there, they are very costly. Farmers cannot
Yes, yes.
purchase them so easily. So we are working on how do we leverage that the advantage of this the translation park or innovation hub to support the farmers. We have one unique facility like Bhau Institute. Professor Sahasrabuddhe was earlier, leading the institution when it was College of Engineering, Pune. Visionary, as you know, he has. Now, during his resume, it was the first kind of, the experiment which was done in any affiliated college as such, except I believe IIT Madras and Mumbai, to start an innovation institution, a Section 8 company within a campus, which will support innovation and entrepreneurs. The one more activity we are conducting through that Bhau Institute, sir. We are now registering institutions under the Bhau institution, so that we will train the faculty members from those institutions on entrepreneurship and the innovation, what is innovation and what is entrepreneurship, and those faculty members and the students, they will further propagate the concept of innovation, entrepreneurship to the students of those institutions. This is how.
Yeah.
As I said, we are we right now we have 10 the programs at undergraduate level, 29 postgraduate programs, and MBA program which caters to courses. We have planned to expand to the double strength. We have been
that's
mandated
very-
by the government becoming university to expand to the double strength, and that is what we plan is to expand to the double strength.
Thank you. I visited your institute for an IDE boot camp, and I
Yes.
saw how importance is given to the productization. So I think that's where I think all engineering institutions are going. We as a nation, we need to really become an Atmanirbharata. That means even productization has to happen. So because of the embargo on all critical technologies like nuclear or atomic energy or defense and or even space technologies, today we are one of the significant progress we have made in these areas, whether it is space technology, defense technologies, or atomic energy, nuclear technologies. I think we are actually as a nation established as a leader in these areas. This is all because of these institutions which have given emphasis on productization, startups, entrepreneurial activities of our students and research scholars, research and development. So let me come to you at the last, what is the vision for the future for the BE college, known to be a BE college and today IIST, Professor Murthy?
Thank you, sir. Presently, this particular institute, IIST Shipur, has 9 engineering departments and 1 architecture and planning, which now ranks pretty good in the national NIRF ranking, and 4 science departments, HSS, and HRM department was established also way back just to take care of the placement related activity. It's a unique human resource management where they conduct a lot of talks and the soft skills and all those things, to make them ready for industry. And 8 schools we have, and these schools are pretty innovatively they have started in 2010. One is in green energy, where probably for the in India only at 4 institutions we have this facility. One of them in the east side is this. We have an industry grade solar cell manufacturing unit inside the campus.
Very good.
And
Very good.
We have fabrication characterization facility, and this was under MNRE. Initially the fund came from that. Now DST funded us. We have recently upgrading all these equipment so that we can now, these are being used, and a lot of very good quality research is being done in the institution in this particular area. Apart from this, another new area is that healthcare science and technology. In homeopathy medicine also, we have some good characterization facilities was established under healthcare science technology. This is another unique center that we have, which is not normally present anywhere. So we are doing some research related to cancer related cell research and all, and the homeopathy medicine interaction with the cell culture and all. So this is another important area that we are working. Apart from this, there are a couple of schools and centers which we are looking at now. And as with regards to research, if you see, initially the institute was primarily offering the engineering education as one of this major footing. But this was, initially carved as a 5-year degree program institution and a master's program and doctoral program only exclusively, so that we can provide the high-end technical education manpower. Basically, normal BE college like 4-year graduate program or 3-year programs were there, diploma program. But when this was initiated, it was basically for a 5-year model. It was initially thought about, but subsequently, of course, still 4-year program is going on. But we are slowly moving into integrated programs and some kind of now top-up programs and all. And apart from that, as Professor Pant has mentioned, the interdisciplinary kind of culture we are now bringing through these centers and schools only, where the faculty departments are contributing to these centers, particularly as a researcher as well as a project research project contributor, along with their PhD students. So that is also providing a very good ecosystem for interdisciplinary research. And with regards to this research, innovation and entrepreneurship, if you see, innovation, we have a Tagore Center for green energy and business innovation. This is basically another independent entity which nurtures about 20 startups we have now, and all engineering problems specific related to some problem solving skills and creativity. We are trying to nurture them, and our students are connected with these startups, so that's how they get a very good environment there. So they began Calcutta being very close to the industry hub and all now. And we have industry partners like Bengal Chamber of Commerce and Industry and all. So we are closely working with them, and we have long plans to go ahead. Actually, in the research side, as Professor Brud was talking about, like we are moving into research and innovation park now, which is now the government of India's priority. Also, that most of the technical institutions are now going to start this, which are not has started actually in a formal way, and we have a lot of plans to do a high-end research there.
Thank you, Professor Murthy. It was really a very nice experience to get some wonderful insights from our legacy institutions, and we have transformed themselves into a higher education institutions of international standing. So, in the last, some of you, many of you actually, all of you have talked about the entrepreneurship and then innovation, emphasis on innovation and productization for our nation is very critical. I think in this direction, I also would like to share the ICT institutions in the last 7-8 years, largest open innovation hackathons, Smart India hackathons, were able to more than 1 lakh ideas. And this year, received a huge response for the Smart India Hackathon 2024. And as you know, all these hackathons were actually at the end when it culminated into a prize distribution. Honorable Prime Minister was always with us to really recognize the young people's contribution in the innovation and entrepreneurial journey. In this direction, I would like to share with you AICT institutions and along with all our institutions, done a phenomenal work actually. And today we are the third largest startup capital of the world. And we are also in research publications as a nation. We are in the top 4 in the world. And similarly, on PhD producers also, reasonably very large number of PhDs are coming out from our institutions. I think, there is a good hope that all of our institutions are moving towards more on research and innovations and entrepreneurial educational systems. And it has become a hub of activity. And we can definitely see Vikasit Bharat at 2047 is no more a dream. It is other than the, financially we are going to be in another maybe 2 years, we're going to be the third largest economy in the world. But at the same time, our higher education is also poised very well in terms of research, innovations and startups and entrepreneurial activities. So this is the time, it's a golden time, what do we call Amrit Kaal. So I think our institutions are all poised to grow to a bigger heights. So first of all, let me thank all of you for taking time to be here with us at All India Council for Technical Education, wherein, we are actually depending on many of you to give your faculty coming here, advising the institutions. And there are many activities where, we can take the so-called second and third grade engineering colleges to produce good quality engineers and managers for the nation. I think this is where I think the differences come. So we are all working together to make that happen. So once again, thank each one of you for sparing your valuable time here at AICTE. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Namaskar.